Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be working on this Xbox One S which I've got. This is a console which I bought quite a while ago off eBay and I basically did nothing with it. So I bought it I think last year sometime, we're in May now, and I never did anything. I just basically left it in a box and thought, yeah, I'll get to that tomorrow sort of thing. Tomorrow never comes, does it? Never mind. So from what I can remember of this, I can't find the listing anymore, but I'm pretty sure that this was no power. I did have a note with it saying eBay no power, so I'm assuming that's what it is. So hopefully we can fix it. But if you are new to the channel, my name is Dakota. I'm an electronics technician. I mainly work on games consoles, but I do occasionally work on other stuff too. I am trying to mix it up a little bit. I know this is a games console, but there are several videos where I'm working on different stuff. So if that's the kind of stuff you're into, be sure to get subscribed and turn on the bell notifications. That way you don't miss any future videos. If you do want to organise a repair, you can get in touch with me, consolefix.shop, and I will do my best to try and repair it for you. But with that being said, let's get into today's video. Today's video is sponsored by PCBWay. Whether you've got a simple project that requires a quick mod board or you want to launch your own products to the world, PCBWay can help. With fantastic pricing on multi-layer PCBs, flex PCBs, 3D printing and even laser cutting solutions, you're sure to get everything you need all in one place. Custom PCBs start from just $5 for a 1 to 2 layer board with a fast 24-hour build time and free shipping on orders over $30. PCBWay are also proud to announce their new aluminium PCBs which start at just $120 per square metre. Check out what PCBWay have to offer by clicking on the link in the video description or the top pinned comment and get your project started today. Thanks again to PCBWay for sponsoring the video. Let's get back to the repair. So yeah, like I said, I can't remember anything about this really. It's in pretty good condition. The warranty sticker's intact and stuff, or at least, from what I can tell, it hasn't been knocked off or anything. But let's just plug it in and we'll see what's actually going on with it, because like I said, this is, well, it was last year, so it's going to be at least like 5 or 6 months since I bought this, probably longer to be honest with you. And this is a problem, especially when you're, when you're busy, you don't get time to work on your own stuff. So yeah, let's just have a look. Okay, all right then. So yeah, complete no power, good. So hopefully it's not going to be something simple like the power supply, because, well, to be honest, that's kind of boring. So yeah, let me know, by the way, what you want to see me work on next in the comments. I certainly do my best to accommodate. If people want to see stuff, I'll try my best. I can't always guarantee it. Some people have asked for some quite obscure things, but yeah, we'll see. Just let me know and I'll see what I can do. I've got a Sega Dreamcast, which is going to be coming up soon. I'm going to be working on that. I've just had the cables and stuff delivered for that. I've just had the cables delivered for a Xbox original, so not sure what's wrong with that. I bought it as part of a job lot, but I've got a couple of them. So I've just bought the controller and stuff like that. So yeah, that's going to be some upcoming videos. I've got an iPad which I'm working on, and that's going to hopefully make a video soon, but I'm not sure on that one whether I'll be able to fix it or not, because I've already replaced the chip once and it blew it again, which is always nice, isn't it? But anyway, enough rambling, let's get this apart. So I've been working on quite a lot of these lately as well, these Xbox One S's and Xbox One X's, because I've got quite a collection of them and I want to get rid of them. So what I'm doing is I'm building up a pile of them and then I'm going to sell them all on eBay. Not as job lots, just, individually. I'm just going to have a flash sale sort of thing when I've got enough. And then I'll just sell them all on eBay. Or maybe on my store, I don't know, I haven't decided yet. I've got an online store for those of you that don't know. And yeah, I can sell them on there, and then that way I can sell them cheaper because I don't have to pay the fees. So that's always an option. Okay, that is pretty dusty actually, to be fair. That's obviously not going to be the cause of no power, but, it is what it is. So this is a 1 terabyte hard drive in here. Good. Okay. So yeah, this has never been opened. And I've just broken the clip. Of course I have. So I've just slipped and broken this clip here. It's not going to cause an issue, but it is what it is. Sometimes that happens. Okay, so we are down to just the motherboard then. Okay, looks okay so far. One interesting thing about these, you know, I see this all the time where people will say, oh, there's white stuff all over the bottom of it, and think it's a problem. It's not. It's just the cleaning solution that they use at the factory to actually clean this up. So if you see white gunk on the bottom of the motherboard there, don't worry about it. Honestly, it's absolutely fine. I really should be using my X-clamp tool for this, but I can't be asked to hunt around for it. There we go. Good. Okay. So everything looks okay so far. Right, so step number one on these is just to check for a short on my 12 volt rail. Just to see if we have an issue with that. And then if we do, then obviously we can take it from there. Normally a no power on these is caused by a short on 12 volts. So let's just have a look. Yeah, okay, we have a short on 12 volts. So if I pop one probe on the top and one probe on the bottom, if I can make a connection, there we go, and we have a short. So the chances are then on this one it's going to be relatively straightforward. It looks like it's going to be something to do with the main 12 volt phase. So let's just have a look under the microscope and just see what we can see. Okay, we have some liquid damage here. So we've got some corrosion around the U9C2, which is the NCP4205. This chip here. This is the main PMIC when the power comes from 12 volt. And okay, we've got quite a bit of liquid damage. So we've got some corrosion on these MOSFET drivers. Corrosion on the RAM IC. Yeah, this is just a typical liquid damage case on this. Okay, well, there we go. So we've also got some corrosion on the fan as well. That's quite interesting. So there's a little bit of corrosion there. That's not going to cause an issue. Same as this here. I mean, this lot can all get cleaned up quite easily. The main issues are going to be the fact that we've got corrosion on the RAM IC. So this is the TPS 51916. This is U9F1. And this is the power management IC for the RAM. There's a bit of corrosion around there, but honestly I think a reflow will be fine on that. We've got bits of corrosion starting to form here. It's actually not that bad. Corrosion around here. But the main issue is going to be the fact that we've got an issue with the 12 volt rail, which it could be any number of things, but most of the time it's going to be down to something like these MOSFETs here, these TPN 8R903NLs, which you can conveniently buy from consolefix.shop. And yeah, I'm going to say that it's probably going to be this one because we've got corrosion, more corrosion around this MOSFET driver than we have on these. So I'm going to just test these in diode mode quickly and just see what we get in terms of a reading. So in diode mode, you pop one probe on ground, and that's going to be your red probe, and then you're going to test the drain there, and we get a dead short, okay, and a dead short on the gate. How about this one? Dead short, and 0.63 on the gate on that one, so that one's not short. .63 on that gate. Yeah, that one. Okay, that one is coming up with a dead short on the gate. So if we test gate to drain, dead short. Okay, what about the other way? Dead short. Okay, right. So it looks to me like that MOSFET might be bad. So I'm going to just remove that MOSFET. Let's just pop some flux on here. Because there's nothing sensitive on this board, I'm just going to pop my hot air right up to 480 degrees Celsius. Remove that MOSFET. Just pop that there for a second. Get off my tweezers, thank you. And now let's check it. Let's check the gate again. So red probe on ground. 0.47. So we're not short on that now. So if we just turn this around, the drain is going to be the 3 pads on the left at the top. And yeah, that's coming up as dead short. So gate to drain on this MOSFET is coming up dead short. So is source to gate, source to drain, sorry, and source to yeah, this is basically one big wire. So this has become short. So the source, which is this big pad here, has basically bridged itself with the drain and the gate. So it's all connected together. So if I connect up this in continuity mode rather than diode mode, so continuity mode will only beep if there's a short. So if I just test that to there, you can see there's no beep. But if I test that to there, there's a beep, same as that one. Obviously they're all shorted together. Actually, that one's not. So source to gate isn't short, but source to drain is. So obviously that's not meant to be the case. So if we just go to this one and test that, you'll see there's no continuity because it's not meant to be short. So that MOSFET is bad. So what I'll have to do is just grab another MOSFET. But what I want to do is just do a little bit of cleanup as well. So I'm going to remove that resistor, that driver, that cap and that cap from this board because they're all corroded, and chances are if we put a new MOSFET on this, it's just going to blow again because the MOSFET driver is probably bad. So rather than messing around and worrying about it potentially blowing again, I'll just remove the components. Okay, there we go. I'm also going to reflow this big FET here. There's a little bit of corrosion around there. Okay, there we go. And then while the board's warm, I'm going to use a bit of IPA just to clean up. And get rid of this corrosion from around here as well. I don't think the corrosion around here is going to be too much of an issue, so I'll just clean it up now while the board's warm. I don't think anything needs to be reflowed or anything like that. Same as this area here. Just going to clean it up. This cap's a little bit burnt, but I don't think it's going to be an issue. Same as a couple of areas here. And also around here as well. Yeah, I don't think any of this is going to be an issue, to be honest. I think it's just going to be that one MOSFET. It normally is. But I generally tend to replace the MOSFET driver at the same time, just because, well, it's best practice. I'm just going to clean up this this odd bit of corrosion though. Hopefully it didn't hit the RAM. It doesn't look like it did though. Good, okay. Good to go there. So I can start to reinstall components now. And what I'm going to do is, instead of worrying about grabbing brand new components, I'm just going to basically use a donor board because I need the resistors and capacitors anyway. So the parts that I need is going to be the TPN 80906NL, which is going to be this MOSFET here. And yes, I am sad. I know every single part that commonly fails, including the part numbers off the top of my head. We're going to need a couple of resistors, a capacitor, and an NCP 5901, which is going to be the MOSFET driver here, this U9D2. So, yeah, not too many, really. And I can just pull them all off of a donor board rather than messing around. So I've got a donor board just here. What I'm going to do is just test these components quickly. So if I'm in continuity mode, I'm actually not going to take that one. Looks like we had a hole in this board, and I've tried to fix it, but hey ho, doesn't matter. Actually, let's go into diode mode. Let's just test this and just see what the deal is with this. So we get 0.63 volt drop to ground there. Dead short there. No short there. 0.47 and climbing. I don't know whether to trust that or not. Oh wow, this was it really was a rough board, wasn't it? You know, this I probably did end up fixing this or something, and I've just decided not to sell it with how bad it is. He's probably made a video in the past or something, and I've decided against selling it. Looks like we don't have a short on 12 volt, so the FETs are probably fine actually. Yeah, the FETs are probably fine in this, so let's pull these. It doesn't matter. They're probably brand new FETs. By the way, if you need these parts, this 8i903 or the 5901, I do sell them on my online store. I do provide them all in one convenient location, and no, they're not cheaper than AliExpress. But they are cheaper than eBay. Right, I know that's not sitting straight at the minute. I'm just going to get rid of this solder blob. Just get rid of the excess solder before I try and flow it down properly. But as I flow the rest of it down, that one will sit properly anyway, and it'll fall into place. So I'll just get rid of that excess solder, and then I'll continue to pull components off. And I'll worry about flux and stuff in a minute. Okay, so I've just hot swapped all of those components that I'm going to need. Now I'll add a little bit of flux. Just flow them all down into place, and that should all sit nicely. Okay, just get rid of this solder here, clear up that bridge. One final reflow to straighten everything out. Good. Let's clean it up. So it's a lot easier to clean up a board while it's still warm, by the way, which is why I do it. I could probably just clean up these solder joints. They don't look great. I mean, they're probably not going to be an issue, but I'll clean them up anyway. Why not? I could replace the components, but honestly, it's not really necessary. Alright, there's those ones. It's always around the MOSFET driver that you tend to get the burnt components. Okay, we should be good there. I'll just get rid of these flux. Good. Don't really worry about the IPA. It's not going to hurt it. It's not conductive, so it's not going to hurt the board. Alright, there we go. So I'm just replacing the thermal paste that's on here at the minute because we need to replace it anyway. I'll worry about cleaning the console up later on. I don't tend to do that on video just because, well, it takes up too much time. So I'll do that once I've finished the video. Assuming I get it working, of course. Okay, so there's the old thermal paste gone. Let's put some MX4 on there. Finally running out of this tube after about a year and a half. Okay, X-clamp. So yeah, like I said, don't worry about the white gunk that you see on the bottom of it. It's not an issue. It's not going to hurt it. Okay, moment of truth. Is she going to work? Honestly, I've fixed so many Xboxes with this issue. It's unreal. I'll say issue. This cause, the liquid damage. It's unreal. I've lost count. I never counted to start with, but I've lost count. Probably fixed at least 200 or 300 with liquid damage, I would say, in the past few years. I used to get them all the time, not so much these days. Alright, so everything is plugged in. It's not in the housing, but that's fine. Everything's plugged in and ready to test. Do we get a fan spin? We do. So we've got life. Is it going to turn on? Ooh. Oh. Alright, just a power reset then, I guess. Glitch in the matrix. That's working. Alright, so it's been on this screen for quite a while. So the console's working, but it looks like we might have a faulty hard drive in this as well. So I think I'm going to replace the hard drive because I've been sat here for about 10 minutes now and it's just spinning. So it looks like we've got a faulty hard drive. So I'm going to replace the hard drive in this and then I can call it good. So let's just remove this. Don't worry that it's still turned on, it's fine. I'll just get rid of this hard drive. I won't even bother testing it, I'll just scrap it. And I've got a hard drive here which I took out of a laptop which I worked on last night. This is 1 terabyte Western Digital Blue. So as you can see, so that one will do nicely. Let's pop this in instead. This hard drive works, it's just that I upgraded it to an SSD, so there's nothing wrong with this hard drive. Okay, so yeah, we've got the E106 error code, so that just means that the firmware is not on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy over OSU1 to a USB. So on my desktop then, or on my PC rather, let's just format this. So this has got Windows 11 on it at the minute. Let's go for NTFS. Format that. Okay, so that's that. And let's copy that over. So that's going to copy. It's going to take a little while because it's quite a big file and this is USB. So yeah, I'll leave that to copy over and then once it's done, I can reinstall the firmware. Okay, so let's just pop this USB in then. There we go. Turn this on. Let's go to troubleshoot, offline system update, and that should go through and install. Okay, that's just booting in. So it's reinstalled the operating system. Hopefully it goes through this part now and doesn't stick on this loading screen. It should be okay though. The hard drive I put in there is perfectly fine. It works fine. So yeah, it should get through it. Fingers crossed. Hey, there we go. So checking for updates. Not sure why, because you've got no internet. But hey, never mind. So yeah, we just need to get this set up, and yeah, it should be fine after that. There was a problem with the update. Blah blah blah. Well, there's no internet, is there? You wally. Okay, picked up my Wi-Fi. Good. And it connects. Good. So it should actually go through the update now. Yeah, there we go. So start update. And I'm gonna just run the rest of the setup on my phone. So I've got the code up on my phone here on the Xbox app. I'm just gonna scan it. There we go. So I've just scanned that. So we want shutdown for energy saving. Skip all of this. Enable automatic update. No barriers. No instant sign-in. Start fresh. No, it won't be used by kids. There we go. Right, so that's just run through the setup. So hopefully when I get back to it, once he's finished the update, I won't have to go through all of that. And then I'll just need to factory reset it again because it's being sold. So yay, that was a waste of time. Alright, so that's just gone through. It's just obviously downloading whatever settings I've saved through the phone. So yeah, I just thought to save a little bit of time for that. It's absolutely ridiculous. I've been going on this, just getting the hard drive going now for, what, an hour? It's ridiculous, you know, just to get the hard drive installed. But it is what it is. These things happen sometimes, you know. It's not really something that you can control. This console had never been worked on previously, as far as I can tell. It's just the fact that the hard drive was failing. And you know, it had the liquid damage on the hard drive. It's not too bad, you know, I'm not really that bothered. You know, I've got hard drives lying around everywhere from consoles that I haven't fixed and stuff like that. So it's not really costing me anything more. I'm just going to run through the rest of this setup now, because Microsoft like to take the time and make us go through hell. Go away, I'm not paying for Xbox Game Pass, it's a scam. Get lost. Microsoft, I said, no, I'm not paying for Game Pass. It is a scam. Okay, picking up 4K, good. Excellent. And there we go. That is working. Everything seems to be absolutely fine. Let's just test a game disc. So I'll pop FIFA 18 in. I managed to pick up a few games from the car boot the other day. I went to a car boot and there was like 50p each, so they make good test discs. There we go. Boom. Awesome. So FIFA's working. The console killer. And yeah, this console seems to be fine. So yeah, I mean, it wasn't too bad. It took me half an hour to actually fix that console. And then obviously, you know, with the hard drive failing, that's really out of your control. You can't really do a lot. They're spinning discs. They're old, you know, what, 6, 7, 8 years old, maybe more. So, in fact, when was the manufacture date on this? Let's have a look. 2019. Okay, so it's a fairly recent one. It's 5 years old now. 19th of the 1st, 2019, the manufacture date on that was. So, not too bad. I mean, 5 years is the expected lifespan for a hard drive anyway. So, you know, it is what it is. The console's working. A little bit of liquid damage, not too bad. I can't remember what I paid for it. I can't find it on my listings, so it must have been quite a while ago. But I did have a note on there saying, obviously, you know, eBay purchase and sorry, that's the wind. eBay purchase and no power. So, yeah, I mean, I'm happy. It's needed a hard drive, it needed a MOSFET driver and whatever. But other than that, fairly easy. So that's going to be it for now. Thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you do have any comments or questions, leave them down in the comment section down below. I'll always do my best to answer. I do read all comments. I don't always get a chance to reply to them. If I tried to reply to every comment, I'd be here all day, especially with doing pretty much daily uploads and stuff like that. So, yeah, I'd be here all day. But, yeah, thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye for now.